Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold and the Beautiful News official YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. The shadow of broken heart syndrome. When Taylor collapsed at the Forrester mansion weeks ago, everyone rushed to her aid. Doctors diagnosed her with Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, better known as broken heart syndrome. Ridge stayed by her bedside day and night. He whispered promises. He held her hand. He even kissed her forehead as the monitors beeped like a metronome of guilt. But it wasn't love. It was obligation. It was atonement. And worst of all, it was a lie. Brooke's nightmare becomes reality. Brooke Logan knew something was off from the start. Ridge had been distant, distracted. He gave her the Logan nickname she adored, but his eyes wandered toward Taylor at every Forrester meeting. When Ridge finally broke it off with her, he didn't offer explanations, just a vague, "It's the right thing." But now, Brooke finally learns the truth. Not that Ridge fell back in love. But that Ridge felt guilty watching Taylor's heart literally break. Taylor's fragile recovery. Taylor's recovery was slow, painful, and emotional. Steffi and Thomas became overly protective. The entire family tiptoed around her. Ridge moved in. He cooked for her. Drove her to appointments. Watched old home videos of their kids. And then, one night, he kissed her. She thought it meant everything. But what if it meant nothing? Steffi hears too much. Steffi, suspicious of Ridge's motives, overhears her father talking to Eric one evening on the terrace. "I did it because of her heart. She almost died, Dad. I couldn't be the reason she went back to that hospital." Eric, "But are you in love with her?" Ridge's answer? Silence. Steffi steps back in horror. Is her father just playing house? The confession. It happens during a quiet night at home. Taylor surprises Ridge with a scrapbook, pictures of their years together, their children, their travels. She smiles through tears. "I never thought we'd get back to this." Ridge looks stricken. He takes her hand and says, "Taylor, I need to tell you something. I love you. But I'm not here because I fell back in love. I'm here because of your broken heart syndrome. I couldn't lose you." Taylor stares, unblinking. "What did you just say?" Taylor breaks down. Taylor doesn't collapse this time. No, she erupts. "You're saying you're with me out of pity? Because I was weak? Sick?" Ridge tries to explain, but there's nothing romantic about admitting your relationship was born out of fear and not passion. "I was going to marry you again," she sobs. "And you were never going to tell me the truth?" Brooke returns with a vengeance. Brooke, having been kept in the dark, finds out about Taylor's condition and Ridge's confession from none other than Donna. Furious, she storms into the Cliff house. "I may have lost him, Taylor," Brooke says. "But you didn't win." "Not really." Taylor, still shaking, says quietly, "I know." "And Brooke?" Brooke doesn't smirk. She doesn't gloat. She embraces Taylor. "We're not victims anymore. Of Ridge. Of his indecision. Of his guilt. Two rivals. Now united by the same heartbreak. The children divide." Steffi is furious. She defends her mother. Thomas, however, sides with Brooke. "He manipulated Mom," Thomas says. "He made her think this was a second chance. But it was just damage control." The Forrester family splits. Eric calls a family meeting. Quinn returns with her signature smirk. And Hope? She wants nothing to do with Ridge anymore. "Stay away from my mother. And stay out of my life." The DNA bombshell. As Taylor prepares to move out, she decides to take one last test at the hospital. Routine blood work. Except it reveals something else entirely. A previously unknown DNA anomaly. One that connects Ridge to another child. A child he never knew he had. A daughter. Daphne Rose. Ridge's other secret. Yes. That's right. Ridge had a one-night stand years ago, shortly after one of his splits from Brooke. He never thought it resulted in anything. But now, Taylor learns the truth first. Daphne is your daughter, she tells him. And she works at Forrester. And she hates you. The guilt mounts. The pity increases. The love? Nowhere in sight. Taylor leaves for good. Taylor packs her bags. Not just from the Cliff House, from Los Angeles. I need to find myself, she says. Not the version of me who depends on you to breathe. She hugs Steffi. Says goodbye to Thomas. And before boarding her flight to Zurich, she texts Brooke one word. Freedom. Ridge alone. Ridge, left alone in the mansion he built for love, is haunted by pictures, by perfume, by silence. His phone buzzes. It's a message from Brooke. You didn't choose either of us. You chose guilt. He types a reply. Deletes it. Walks outside. And for once in his life, doesn't know who he is anymore. A shadow returns. As the final scene fades out, a mysterious figure steps off a private jet. He's tall. Confident. Familiar. Nick Marone. Let's go find Brooke, he tells his pilot. I've waited long enough. Did Ridge ever love Taylor? Will Brooke and Taylor finally form an alliance? Will Ridge fight for redemption, or spiral into self-destruction? What role will Daphne play in this family saga now that she's revealed as Ridge's daughter? And what will Nick Marone do when he finally finds Brooke, alone? Will Ridge fight for Brooke? Last week, Bold had Hayes going to Art Academy in RJ's Sandhouse. Where does RJ live now? Strange effects happened on B&B last week. Looney Luna gave Hayes an origami raspberry, which was odd enough, but also when he showed it to his schoolteacher, she saw nothing wrong with a child in her care accepting gifts from a foreigner. She went one farther with it and invited the foreigner, aka Luna/Sunshine, to come into her classroom and educate origami with children. When Hayes showed his origami to Steffi, she too saw nothing wrong with it. Observers are screaming, "Why don't you lock your doors?" While it'd behoove Steffi and Finn to shoot their son to Art Academy within fortified guard, knowing Luna's handling around free. Look for Will to set Luna up this week to take a fall, in a move she figures out presto. And incipiently, Nick returned and incontinently put the moves on Brooke. Ridge saw and the green-eyed monster came out, but he swore to Taylor he was just guarding his partner. Surely, Taylor can see through him, being that she's a famed shrink? It looks that way when she proposes marriage to Ridge. I want you to be my hubby. Tell me you want that too, Taylor tells Ridge. Taylor pulled out a ring. She proposed to him, Nick explains. What did he say? Asks Brooke. You broke up with Electra? Luna asks. She just doesn't excite me, says Will. You like Peril? Asks Luna. I wouldn't he then if I didn't, explains Will as they kiss. Nick intimately eavesdrops on Taylor and Ridge. Steffi, Finn, and Will conspire against Luna. Luna defends herself to Sheila. Ridge responds to Taylor's burning question. Will seeks to help Luna from poking in their lives again. Steffi and Finn stay anxiously and worry. Katie offers Brooke tender advice about her relationship troubles. Electra feels sick watching Will and Luna kiss during his attempt to get Luna to confess on camera. Ridge and Taylor indulge in their love as Nick gets ready to partake what he's learned with Brooke. Things take a veritably unanticipated turn when Luna catches on to what's happening. With Luna on the run, Sheila tells Cleric that treason is the Spencer way. Ridge confronts Brooke with the verity. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, June 24th, reveal that the drama's about to toast up on the CBS cleaner. Before we dive in, we've a quick programming note to pass on. Due to news content, B&B was pirated on Monday, June 23rd. That pushed Monday's occasion to Tuesday, June 24th, but we've got plenitude of details on all the story marvels ahead. For starters, Sheila Sharp will show up at Luna Nozawa's apartment and offer to help her pack, but Luna will contend on staying in Los Angeles. After Sheila pushes Luna to stay down from John Finnegan, Luna will act like her attention's been on Will Spencer recently. At the Precipice House, Finn and Steffi Forrester will talk to Will and Electra Forrester about redundant security since Luna still poses a trouble. Deputy Chief Bradley Baker will ultimately stop by and admit there's nothing the police can do about Luna. Still, Will's going to get an idea after Luna sends another kittenish textbook. It'll lead to a scheme for Will to wear a line and try to get Luna to confess her plan to harm Steffi. Despite the pitfalls, Will's going to step up to stop Luna. After Will textbooks Luna claiming he split from Electra, he'll pretend to flirt and act like he wants to come see Luna's tattoos. That'll leave Luna over the moon as she updates Sheila on Will's interest. Once Luna gives Will her address, Baker will arrange for a leave and everything they need to set up surveillance. At Forrester Creations, Katie Logan will suspect that Brooke Logan is allowing about Nick Marone's visit. Although Nick can clearly be fascinating, Brooke will make it clear that her heart still belongs to Ridge Forrester. At Il Giardino, Taylor Hayes will summon Ridge so they can talk about their future. Ridge will wonder where Taylor's instability is coming from and will ask if this is about his response to Nick visiting Brooke. Still, Taylor will keep the focus on her coming chapter with Ridge and how far his commitment goes. Since Taylor will fantasize them being hubby and woman. Again, she'll ask Ridge to marry her as Nick eavesdrops hard. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Nick's going to take that offer news to Brooke Latterly this week, so stay tuned for her response to the news. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers exercise videotape for the week of June 23rd to 27th reveals that Taylor Hayes will catch Ridge Forrester off guard with a grand gesture that could affect their future. BMB's daily exercise videotape shows Taylor presenting her own engagement ring to Ridge and admitting she wants him to be her hubby. Taylor also pushes Ridge to tell her that he wants that, too, though Ridge looks uncomfortable and uncertain this remarriage step is the right bone. Nick Marone will witness this offer hard, so he'll track Brooke Logan down at Forrester Creations and offer updates on the surprising news. Once Nick admits that Taylor pulled out a ring and proposed to Ridge, Brooke will wonder what Ridge said. Nick may not know for sure if he didn't stick around long enough to find out. Anyhow, Nick may suppose this is proof that Brooke should put Ridge out of her mind. Since Nick feels like Brooke deserves better, he'll formally again offer to be the man she needs and give her a chance at a new fortune. BMB's daily promo also shows Will Spencer visiting Luna Nozawa's apartment, where he admits he broke up with Electra Forrester since she just doesn't excite him. Of course, this will presumably be Luna's fantasy about what could be if Will dumped boring Electra and enjoyed sizzling with her rather. The exercise clip shows Luna getting evidence that Will likes peril before snoozling his neck and eventually kissing him. It's possible Will could do all this for real if he's trying to trap Luna ever, but the fantasy angle seems most likely at this point. Luna's imagination may run wild with possibilities when it comes to Will and the hot relationship they could have with Electra out of the way. The further Luna fantasizes about Will, the further fixated she may come on stealing Electra's man for herself. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna will continue conniving against Steffi Forrester and targeting Hayes Finnegan as well, so don't miss all the scary marvels to come. As the sun rises over Los Angeles, The Bold and the Beautiful dives headfirst into a week of explosive twists and jaw-dropping confessions. From Ridge Forrester facing a life-altering proposal to Luna Nozawa sinking deeper into obsession, nothing is off the table. Brooke Logan's heart is once again caught in a crossfire of love and betrayal. Meanwhile, Will Spencer hatches a plan to trap Luna, but a kiss may blow everything up. Join us for this full-scale breakdown of the week of June 23rd to 27th as the CBS soap delivers one unforgettable shock after another. Where does RJ live now? Hayes Forrester Finnegan's new school adventure takes him to RJ Forrester's beach house-turned-art studio. But fans are left scratching their heads. Where does RJ live now? Why isn't the family taking extra security measures considering Luna's obsession? The strange decisions continue. The origami incident. Luna's gift of an origami bird to Hayes raises red flags among viewers, but not with the characters. When Hayes shows his teacher, she shockingly finds nothing wrong, and even invites Luna to come teach origami to the class. Steffi's lack of concern only intensifies fan outrage. Why aren't the Cliff House doors locked? Why isn't Hayes under protection? Will Spencer's dangerous trap? Back at the Cliff House, Will, Elektra, Finn, and Steffi strategize with Deputy Chief Baker. With no legal grounds to detain Luna, Will proposes a dangerous plan. He'll pretend to break up with Elektra, seduce Luna, and wear a wire to get her to confess. Will, she just doesn't excite me. Luna, you like danger? Will, I wouldn't be here if I didn't. Elektra's disgust, Steffi's panic. Elektra watches from the surveillance van as Luna kisses Will. Her stomach churns. The plan might work, but at what emotional cost? Steffi, this is going to blow up in all our faces. Sheila confronts Luna. Sheila Sharp shows up at Luna's apartment just as the younger woman fantasizes about Will. Luna insists she's changed and is no longer a threat. Sheila, ever skeptical, sees signs that Luna is unraveling. Luna, I'm not a danger to anyone. Sheila, what about to yourself? Nick returns, sparks jealousy. Nick Marone resurfaces and wastes no time charming Brooke. Ridge watches from afar, jealousy simmering. Taylor notices his distracted state and finally calls him out. Taylor, I want you to be my husband. Tell me you want that too. She pulls out a ring. Ridge looks stunned. Nick, secretly eavesdropping, immediately takes the news to Brooke. Nick, Taylor proposed to him. Brooke, what did he say? Brooke's torn heart, Katie's advice. At Forrester Creations, Brooke can't focus. Katie senses her turmoil and offers gentle guidance. Katie, he might be with Taylor, but your heart clearly isn't ready to let him go. Brooke, he still loves me. I saw it in his eyes. Luna fantasizes and falls further. Luna imagines a passionate future with Will. In her mind, he confesses his desire, calls Elektra boring, and kisses her with fiery intent. It's unclear whether this fantasy will become reality, but Luna's delusions are intensifying. Luna's trap backfires. When Will finally visits Luna's apartment for real, she's elated. She falls into his arms, unaware of the wire under his shirt. But something doesn't feel right. Her instincts kick in. Luna, you're not here for me. You're trying to trick me. She grabs her phone, bolts out the back window, and vanishes. Sheila's warning to Deacon. Sheila meets Deacon at Il Giardino and reflects on the Spencer legacy. Sheila, betrayal is in their blood. Just ask Bill. Deacon, or Will. Ridge makes a confession to Brooke. Later in the week, Ridge confesses to Brooke. Ridge, if things were different, you and I would be together. I'm just afraid of breaking Taylor's heart. Brooke, with tears in her eyes, holds on to hope. Final twists and cliffhangers. Hayes shows Steffi another origami bird he received, this one red with I see you written on the wing. Luna watches the Cliff House from a hillside with binoculars. Will receives a message, a video of Luna burning the wire he wore. Brooke finds herself tempted by Nick again after a moonlit walk. Ridge holds Taylor's ring, and hesitates. Please don't tell her. Carter begs Daphne to hide pregnancy from Hope, B&B bombshell. Broken heart Hope betrayed? Carter's baby secret with Daphne exposed, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Fire Carter's secret child. Daphne pregnant, begged to stay silent about Hope, B&B shock twist. Face screaming in fear B&B stunner, Carter fathers Daphne's baby, desperate to keep Hope in the dark. Baby bottle Carter begs Daphne, don't tell Hope I got you pregnant. Bold and the Beautiful scandal. Police car light pregnancy shock. Daphne carries Carter's baby, Hope has no idea. B&B spoilers. Firecracker Carter's world collapses, Daphne's pregnancy could destroy everything with Hope. Bomb B&B explosion, Daphne pregnant by Carter, Hope's future hangs in the balance. Crying face, you can't tell Hope. Carter's dark plea to Daphne revealed, Bold and the Beautiful twist. Cold face Hope in the dark, Carter hides baby bombshell with Daphne, B&B shocking spoiler alert, Brooke walks out. Ridge chooses Taylor, Nick whisks Brooke away, Bold and the Beautiful. Police car light Ridge stunned as Brooke leaves with Nick. Wedding bombshell shakes LA, B&B spoilers. Airplane Brooke packs her bags. Nick and Brooke leave town after Ridge's marriage bomb, B&B twist. Face screaming in fear, I'm done. Brooke leaves Ridge forever, runs off with Nick after Taylor wedding news. Fire Brooke and Nick escape together as Ridge marries Taylor, LA erupts in shock. B&B update. Ring Ridge marries Taylor. But Brooke's gone. Nick's return changes everything, B&B spoilers.